Hey everybody, today I got a gameplay for you guys from the Apex Legends and Post Malone collaboration event that just ended a few weeks ago, and I know that everyone's looking forward to the new Apex Legends Final Fantasy event that's coming up in about 5 days, so I just wanted to take a moment and look and think, what is the best event that we have ever had in Apex? And when I was looking back on it, I thought, maybe it was the Post Malone event. So this video is really going to talk about what was so good about the Post Malone event and what we can hope for in future events. And maybe were there other events in the past that we just really loved and didn't fully appreciate until now. The Apex Legends Final Fantasy event seems to be building up hype rapidly after it was released that the heirloom you're going to be able to get from this event is going to be usable on any legend. There's also going to be a unique, usable in-game item that looks similar, if not the same, as the heirloom that you're going to be able to purchase. And there's going to be a whole bunch of different in-game mechanics and perks that you're going to be able to pick up throughout the game mode. And honestly, it looks like it's going to shake things up and bring a fresh new perspective to Apex that honestly is pretty needed in the game right now. But it made me think, how is this going to stand in comparison to the extremely successful Apex Legends Post Malone event that we just had and people loved? Honestly, I think that was one of, if not the most universally loved and well-received events that Apex has ever had. And what's even stranger is that that event was followed up with what I want to call one of the worst events that we've ever had in Apex, which is this Revenant Army LTM that we currently have. And honestly, I think everyone played it for a day, maybe two, just to see what it was like, and then nobody has touched it since. I really don't believe they have. I know I personally played 2 games of it. I played one on each side, one as the Revenant Army, one as the players, and I was done. That was enough for me personally. So the expectations for this upcoming event are a bit mixed. I hope it's as good as the Apex and Post Malone collaboration, but I don't want to be let down like I was with the Revenant Army L team that's currently available to us. So what made the Apex Legends Post Malone event so amazing and so special? I know for me personally, just the fact that my favorite artist was getting a collaboration in the game and the amazing skins that came out probably would have been enough, but that's slightly biased. So I want to talk about what did they do right in the actual game to make this such a successful event and to bring so much enjoyment back to the game where it was previously missing. The most obvious answer is the 3 Strikes game mode that came out. It provided intense, non-stop, quick action where you could res fast, fight consistently, and if you went down or you got eliminated, you could just keep on playing. And the game mode did have a lot of flaws. I mean, I don't know if anyone was not frustrated by the Newcastle Lifeline and Mirage res combo that you had, especially the fact that gold knockdown was still in that game mode. So once one of those characters got a gold knockdown, yeah, good luck winning that fight, especially if they were playing all 3 res legends. But that game mode was still extremely successful, and it was so successful that people demanded that it come back, and Apex actually listened. I also think that the fact that while playing the 3 Strikes game mode, any of the stats such as damage or kills that you got while playing would actually be attributed to your profile and to the character that you were using was a fantastic change that they added. I understand that they don't want to do this for every event because there are some events where you're guaranteed an insane amount of kills, or they don't want to give out kill credit for killing the Revenant Army clones that only have like 100 HP and they're just going to run at you with no gun. That's understandable, but I do think the ability to gain stats and for people to play and feel like they're attributing toward the progress of their account was something different, and I think that really led to at least part of the success, because I know a lot of like high level players and a lot of the kill grinders just jumped into that game mode and played nonstop because they were able to accomplish their goals while enjoying a new and fresh game mode. And with that being true, I think that this also had another potentially unintended effect, and that effect was that matchmaking felt the best that it had in a long time. I'm not sure if it was because they had to just totally scrap the matchmaking because they didn't have enough players to really stick to their what feels super rigid system for matchmaking currently, or if there was just so many of the typically sweaty players trying out a new game mode, or maybe they were all in the new game mode and it just didn't feel as sweaty because you could fight them 3-4 times and there were so many third parties and there was so much chaos that it just didn't feel as bad to die that way. Regardless of the reason as to why matchmaking felt better during this event, it doesn't really matter. What matters is that the matchmaking did feel better. And I noticed all over YouTube and over Reddit, people finally posting good things about Apex, about how their lobbies finally felt fun again, how the game felt fresh. And it wasn't just because of the event or just because of the Three Strikes game mode. It was because public matches were finally able to be played again and people were finally able to enjoy the game. I know personally, the last season, my matchmaking felt so bad, and I was pretty much burnt out on Apex, and I was almost burnt out just with this new season. But being able to switch back and forth from the Three Strikes event, where I was able to go in and have fun with friends, and it felt like a great way to warm up. And then maybe if that got a little too sweaty, and I felt like everyone was playing triple res characters, and I was just constantly getting beamed, or I just couldn't get a good start, and that game mode was just really not my thing right at the moment. I could go over to pubs and I could have a variety of experiences. I could have not, oh, just every single fight is the sweatiest, most evenly matched fight I've ever had. Sometimes I would run through a lobby and have so much fun like it was old Apex. And sometimes I would push someone and just get absolutely stomped on. And that's part of Apex, and that's what playing a pub should be. You should be matched with players of varying skill levels. Sometimes you should be able to feel like you've improved at the game, like you've gotten better, like all of the work you've put into the game has paid off. And sometimes you're just going to have to be on the receiving end of someone else who's getting to feel better and feel like their hard work is paid off. Either way, that's what the actual matchmaking felt like during this event. It didn't feel like the current matchmaking where every single fight feels like you're playing a carbon copy of yourself or someone with a little bit more time in the game than you. And the last thing that I'm going to talk about here is just what the Three Strikes game mode did so well that is not necessarily any specific unique feature to that game mode. There have been game modes in the past. I think it was called Live Die Live, where you had multiple lives and such. But what this game mode did so well was satisfy people's urges to be able to get revenge on a squad that killed them. In the Live Die Live game modes, you had to die, and then you would come back into the game and have to find a whole new kit, and you were perpetually at a disadvantage. In the Three Strikes game mode, if you died to a third party, or if you felt it was unfair, maybe you just got unlucky in that 1v1, then guess what? You came back in with the same kit that you had before, all of your materials, and you were able to just land and have that fight over again. Which for some people, especially those with a little bit of an ego, which to be honest, I think a lot of Apex players have, I think that was such a validating and good feeling to be able to just land back on the same fight and, run it back and go again. I'm not exactly sure how Apex plans to top this, or if they're even planning on trying to top the previous event, and maybe they're just trying to give us something new and unique. Either way, I think that the Post Malone event is going to go down in history, well, at least in the history of Apex, as one of, if not the best event to ever have happened in this game. And I would love to hear your guys' thoughts about this. I would love to know your opinions on the game mode, if you miss it, if you want them to bring it back, if maybe it just wasn't your thing and you're thinking, you're crazy, I hated my matchmaking during that time period. I would just love to get your guys' comments on it. Please drop those comments down below. And if you've made it this far, I just really appreciate it. And I want to tell you thank you for watching this whole video. You guys just... I can't even tell you guys how awesome it is to actually see that people are not just watching my content, but they're enjoying it and they're interacting with it. And I just want to say thank you guys again. And if you haven't already, please hit the like button down below this video and consider subscribing. It really helps out the channel. Also, let me know if you guys would like to see other type of content on this channel, whether it be other games like the finals, or I know Escape from Tarkov just wiped and I've been having some fun with my friends playing that game. You guys just let me know what you'd like to see down below. I'm happy to try out new things, and I'd love to just give you guys whatever you want to see. And with that being said, I hope you've enjoyed the gameplay in the background, and I hope you stick around and watch the rest and enjoy that as well. And with that, I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.
What is this head glitch, bro? That's disgusting. Rex, you can't respawn. You know what I'm saying?
I watched it for a second.
Wait, this kid's on a disgusting head glitch.
Yeah, they're all in there, all in
I'm
there.
gonna die on the way over.
No, you can make it over easy.
Can you get that thing up there? Newcastle dead. Up here. He's back alive, but dead again.
Oh, that's so sad. You couldn't win with Newcastle Lifeline. I think I had a shit ton of damage that game.
You are the Apex champion.
I think I got a 4K. My first 4K wave. Let's go.
Ooh, sheesh, Rex, you're
What?
doing more.
How did you have 27 kills?